think we're going. Let's see what we can do. Alright, guys, it is me, your cousin Dustin. We are gonna go over the charts, over what's coming up in the week. Should be a good time. Check it out, guys. Let's peep the charts real quick while I get everything set up. Okay. So here we are. We've got the Qs sitting at 621.06 right here on January 19th, Martin Luther King Day. We've got the Dow Jones Industrial Average 49,359, down a little bit slightly on the previous close. That's January 16th. I don't know why it's not showing today. Yeah, so none of that stuff's really moving. It's just, the markets are off today, so. But we do got Bitcoin. Bitcoin. Sitting at $93,166. Very cool, very interesting. Let's try this actually. I think I'm starting to like this one better. This Trading View. Yeah, Trading View. So gold's at 4,670 right now, and silver's at $94. Kind of interesting. Man, let's have a look at the silver chart. So silver over the past 5 days has gone from $83 to $94. That's pretty crazy, man. Guys, always remember this is not financial advice. I think we're supposed to keep saying that over and over and over again. I am just a guy talking to himself in my back room. But maybe we can learn some stuff together. You never know. I know I like to watch a lot of different people's content, get a lot of different angles, so. Gold has not moved as fast as silver, but, it's still moving. Pretty cool. All time. It goes all the way back to 1922, even earlier. All the way up. So at this point, gold was like $38 an ounce. What? That's got to be crazy. All right. So the major indexes are not moving. Crypto's kind of recovering some of its loss from over the weekend, or the little dip it had. Oh, give me 1 second, guys. I got my little list. All right, we're back. We're back. All right. So check this out. Since the markets are off, let's check out some different cryptocurrencies today. I think that would be kind of fun. So yeah, let's try that. We can add another symbol. Very cool. What's this? Oh, crude oil. $59 a barrel. Interesting. All right. Well. All right. Here we go. So we're looking for. Let's try Solana. SOL. I think I just added it to my watch list. What the heck is going on? I don't know why. I've never used this. TradingView. This is my first time using it, so I've always used Google Finance. But whatever. Okay, here we go. SOL. Alright. So that was over the weekend. Took that big hit. Let's do this. Let's check out XRP. I held some XRP at one time. Made a couple bucks. Kind of fun. It's at $2 right now. $2. What does XRP even do? That's what I really want to know. XRP ETF inflows. XRP price forecast. USD near $2 after. Yeah. So what do you guys think? You think XRP will be more likely to hit $1.25 or $2.52? I'm just kind of looking around here, guys. I'm still learning a lot. Not gonna lie, I get a little freaked out when I'm here going live. I don't know what's going on. I kind of lose track of what I'm doing. But I plan on doing hundreds, if not thousands of these, so I'll get used to it. So let's check out Polymarket. We've got who will Trump nominate as Fed chair? Ooh, here's one. Supreme Court rules in favor of Trump tariffs, 32%. What do you guys think? In favor of Trump's tariffs. You never know. That'll be a big one. The Goonie writes, there's a reason no president has attempted this since IEEPA was created 50 years ago. If it were truly legal, someone would have used it long before now. I don't know about that. I don't know. 28%, 28 cents. Make that bet. I don't know. That's a pretty good bet, I think. Who knows? Who knows? Pretty fun stuff. Something breaking. Will João Contram de Figueiredo win between 16% and 18% of the votes in the first round? Will the U.S. strike Somalia next? Oh, wow. Next country the U.S. strikes. 70% of people are saying it's going to be Somalia. I never even knew that. I never even knew the U.S. was thinking about striking Somalia. Look at this. Let's ask Gemini what it thinks. Somalia? How do you spell it? S-O. Jeez, I'm a dummy. As of January 2026, the United States is not just thinking of striking Somalia, it is actively conducting an expanded military campaign in the country. Under the second Trump administration, U.S. military operations in Somalia have escalated significantly compared to previous years. Here is the current situation. This is news to me. Recent military actions, January 2026. The U.S. Africa Command, AFRICOM, has already carried out several precision strikes in the first 2 weeks of 2026. January 9th and 11th, 2026, strikes targeted ISIS Somalia in the Golis Mountains near Basaso. Probably not saying any of this right. Sorry. January 12th and 14th, 2026, airstrikes targeted at al-Shabaab militants near Godain, approximately 60 kilometers northeast of Mogadishu. January 3rd, 2026, a strike was conducted in the vicinity of Jilib against al-Shabaab. Wow. I haven't seen much coverage of this. Interesting. The broader strategy. The U.S. has drastically increased its use of air and drone strikes as part of a maximum pressure counterterrorism campaign. Expansion of operations in 2025. The U.S. conducted 126 operations in Somalia, nearly double the previous record, targeting both al-Shabaab and al-Qaeda affiliate and ISIS Somalia. Stated objective. The administration maintains that these strikes are necessary to degrade the ability of these groups to attack the U.S. homeland and its allies. Local coordination. These strikes are generally performed in coordination with the federal government of Somalia. Alright, that's enough. That's crazy. I've heard of Iran and I've heard of Venezuela, but I didn't know they was doing Somalia. Interesting. Alright, guys, I'm going to take a little sip. It's like a damn blue gummy worm. Alright. Yeah, so Bitcoin had dropped a little bit, but now it's starting to recover a little. Gold. Oh, that's the gold ETF thing. It's Martin Luther King Day, guys. No, that's not what we're looking for. No. This is Barrick. This is gold.com. $41. A $41 gold stock. So the Dow Jones is at 49,359. S&P 6,940. The Nasdaq 23,515. The Russell 2,677. The VIX look at that. The VIX is rising. So what does the VIX do? It's kind of a gauge of like fear sentiment in the market. A popular measure of the stock market's expectation of volatility based on S&P 500 index options. It is calculated and disseminated on a real-time basis by the CBOE and is often referred to as the fear index or fear gauge. Yeah. So guys, what do you guys think? Is the Qs or the Dow Jones or the S&P the one that you kind of go off of in modern day stock trading? I think they all have their place. I usually go off of the Qs, if I'm being honest. The stocks that I like the most are more like in that market or in that box. But I guess it's important to look at all of them, huh? The Invesco QQQQ Trust. Let's have a look at Tesla. Tesla's at $437.52. Down 1%. Over the past 6 months, it is up whatever. So yeah, we got Tesla at 437 right here, right now, today. It made it up as high as 500 at one point, it looks like. Almost. Maybe it did touch 500, I don't know. But either way, it's off its highs a little bit. Kind of cool, kind of interesting. I haven't really paid too much attention to Tesla in the last couple months. I do like Nvidia. Let's take a look at Nvidia. Nvidia is at 186. Yeah, it's sitting at 186. No. Nvidia's got a $4.53 trillion market cap and a PE ratio of 46. 52-week high of $212 and a 52-week low of $86. It pays a quarterly dividend of 0.01 cents, 0.02%. Interesting. So yeah, keep that in mind. PE ratio of 46 there. Let's go back and compare that to Tesla. $292. That's crazy. An earnings per share of $1.50 for Tesla. EPS of $4.04 for Nvidia. To me, these are the two biggest tech companies in my mind. Google is up there as well. It's either, these three are kind of competing for first. And then probably got like Meta or something like that in a little bit of a distant fourth. Let's check out Google. PE ratio of 33 with an EPS of $10. Wow. It has the best dividend payout of any of the three, of any of them. Quarterly dividend of 21 cents. Look at that. EPS of $10. PE ratio of $33. GOOG. Alphabet Inc. C class. over the past 6 months. So let's have a look at it in TradingView. Over the past month, it's up. It's up. Google's going up. Alright, we get it. Huh. Look at that. Interesting stuff. Alright, let's see. Let's do this. Let's see, let's ask Gemini, what are some catalysts for the week? I know we've got Netflix earnings, United, 3M, Halliburton. That should be an interesting one, Halliburton. Johnson & Johnson earnings on Wednesday. GE earnings as well. Alright. What are 3 stock catalysts for the week? A shortened trading week of January 29th or January 19th to the 23rd. We've got high stakes tech and real economy earnings. Procter & Gamble, Netflix, and Intel all release earnings. Q4 2025 earnings season moves into a higher gear this week. Investors are looking to these reports to see if corporate growth can outpace the policy risk currently haunting the financial sector. Oh yeah, PCE inflation report comes out Thursday. The biggest data point arrives Thursday with the core PCE price index. This is the Federal Reserve's preferred inflation gauge. Forecast suggests a 0.2% monthly increase. This is the final major piece of data before the January 27th and 28th FOMC meeting. If PCE comes in hotter than expected, it could lock in a more aggressive stance from Chairman Powell next week, potentially cooling the recent rally in growth stocks. Okay. Banking sector volatility and regulatory shifts. The financial sector. XLF is currently under intense pressure following the administration's surprise announcement of a 10% interest rate cap on credit cards. Market rotation. This policy shock has triggered a rotation of capital out of banks and into quality and liquidity plays like big tech and consumer staples. Watch for ongoing commentary from bank executives like Charles Schwab or Visa, which report this week. Okay. Interesting. Let's see this. Inflation could unexpectedly climb this year. How these market veterans are preparing. Story by Vivian Liu Chen. Soaring metal prices, geopolitical risks, and threats to the Federal Reserve's independence are starting to raise concerns that inflation could accelerate by more than expected in 2026. What do y'all I mean, how much are we expecting? I expect it to inflate quite a bit. That's what it seems like is the path here, guys. That matters to investors because it could upset expectations for the Fed to keep a lid on price gains this year, which, with inflation already stuck above the central bank's 2% annual target, growing worries about the path of prices could put the two-quarter point Fed rate cuts now expected for January in jeopardy. While some portfolio managers have taken action to help protect their investments from inflation, these concerns have not yet been fully priced into the broader financial market. On Friday, for instance, the widely followed 10-year Treasury yield, which, like other yields, incorporates inflation expectations, was only slightly higher at 4.19%, within the trading range that has prevailed since late August. U.S. stocks opened higher on Friday, a day after the Dow Jones Industrial Average and S&P 500 finished not far from recording closing highs, with little sign that investors were fretting over inflation. I guess if anybody watches this, let me know in the comments. What do you guys think about inflation? I feel like if you're the average person, inflation really hurts you real bad. But if you're like somebody who starts to invest and stuff like that, it kind of gets to where if you have the thing, like say you have houses or you have a whole bunch of stocks or something like that, you have a whole bunch of gold, the more it inflates, the more it's worth anyway. So, it's kind of a big scheme by these guys, not to get too crazy here. It's not crazy. It is what it is, It is what it is. Alright, guys, so a nice little check-in here on Martin Luther King Day. Bitcoin's still sitting at $93,218.73. Let's check out Ethereum. That's not what I'm looking for. I guess I'm just tripping on there. It's at 3,211. I wonder why I kept doing that. Maybe it was just glitching or something. Maybe I wasn't typing it right. I don't know. It's like, no, he caught me now. 3,216. Yeah, so we got a lot of stuff coming up. Netflix earnings, lots of different earnings coming up. A lot of crazy stuff going on Polymarket. We got Somalia gonna be. They might strike Somalia. Who knew? You know. Let's see what else we got. Let's look through Polymarket a little more. Khamenei out as supreme leader of Iran's looking less likely at 8% by January 31st. They say. The Fed decision in January. Will we go up 50 basis points? Or no, will they decrease 50 basis points? Or 25? What do we think, guys? Who will be the first to leave the Trump cabinet? Yo, here's a crazy one. Will the U.S. confirm that aliens exist before 2027? An 11% chance. My goodness. Wow. What price will Bitcoin hit in January? 150,000 or 130,000? Who knows? So you can kind of bet it in this way. That's kind of interesting. You could short it like that. Yeah, this Polymarket stuff's pretty wild. Pretty cool though. Jerome Powell out as Fed chair by March 31st or May 14th. 5% chance for March 31st, 8% chance by May 14th. Will Melania say career during AI talk on Friday? Alright. Alright, guys. I think that's going to be about enough. Like and subscribe. Like I said, I'll be here Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And I'll try to pop on here and cover other stuff too. If something live is happening. Yeah. Your cousin Dustin on YouTube. We're going to keep it going. I'm going to try to improve a little bit every single time. So, if there's something that I can improve on, leave it in the comments. I need to improve as quickly as possible. Yeah. Today I tried to fill the dead air a little bit. Try to not be as, unsure of what was going on. I think we cleaned it up a little bit, got the mic together, had a little bit more of a plan in place. So, yeah, Wednesday should be good. The market will be on. We'll have seen some earnings. It'll be fun. It'll be cool. Alright. Yeah. Very cool. Peace.